some in the gift shop if you want to try it. I have some in my hand. I live in Florida now. I love it. It's fantastic.
We can if you want to.
So this is the Confederate Knights' choice in the southeastern theater of the Civil War. And of course, we just talked about the Union coffee crate. In a few minutes, we're going to go back 160 years to the Battle of Hubbs Hill, where there was no vehicle traffic. We're going to go back to the Battle of Hubbs Hill, also called the Battle of Stickley's Farm. It's a relatively small engagement in terms of numbers of casualties, but it's of immense significance to the outcome of the Battle of Cedar Creek a few days later. We'll see why in a few hours, or rather in a few minutes, actually.
Right section, post on the gun.
A little bit of background. On September 19, 1864, Union Major General Phil Sheridan defeated Confederate Lieutenant General Jubal Early's Confederate Army at the Battle of Third Winchester, one of the largest, bloodiest, and most important battles in the Shenandoah Valley. And to establish the dominance of this area.
See the smoke coming up over there?
Yeah,
it's back behind that hill.
Fisher's Hill, which is a couple miles back down south of Route 11, where they took up position. Now, Stonewall Jackson said Fisher's Hill cannot be taken if properly manned and fortified. Unfortunately for Early, that turned out not to be true. At the Battle of Fisher's Hill, September 21 to 22nd, near Strasburg, a few miles south, Sheridan thoroughly bested Early again. And he knocked him off Fisher's Hill, and Early retreated all the way down to Staunton, over 60 miles. Now, this left the valley open to Sheridan's cavalry, and what they did was they went on a purge of the valley. They call it the burning, where Sheridan's troopers were given the order to destroy barns and mills and anything that could provide sustenance to the Confederate Army in Richmond or any Confederate Army here in the valley. And that's exactly what those cavalrymen did. They burned thousands of barns and mills. Pretty much stripped the valley south of here of any resource that Jubal Early or any Confederate Army could rely on. Robert E. Lee was very upset, of course, that there were two battles that had just been lost. And remember, Lincoln's election, his re-election, is only a few weeks away. What's going on is Lee and Jefferson Davis, president of the Confederacy, are hoping that if they can win a battle, anything north of Washington, where you are right now, you are north of Washington, D.C., this would send shivers down the northern voters' spine, and perhaps they would vote for McClellan, who was generally thought to be more prone to want to end the war on peaceful terms than Lincoln was. So there's all this type of political background going on that forms this battle and what we're going to see in a few minutes. So Early was pushed back down to Staunton, 60 to 80 miles. The valley is in flames.
Oh, they're coming off the
Robert E. Lee is terribly upset over the two losses. And he sends Early an order. It's really a terrible order. It basically says, look, find Sheridan, attack him, get me a victory. He can't afford what's going on. He did send reinforcements to Early. But if you're at Early's station, receiving an order of that detail and that simplicity from Lee is actually kind of a rebuke. So Early is stung not only from the two battles he's just lost, he's also stung by an order from Lee indicating that Lee has expected a lot more out of Early. So now he wants to do something. He's getting ready to engage with Union forces at Hubbs Hill. Now, a lot of historians will tell you it's a reconnaissance. In some ways it was. It was never meant to be a major engagement.